So you have a 95% settlement rate, which is pretty damned impressive. So walk me through what you're actually doing in the room that gets two sides that maybe hate each other sometimes to agree on some situation.
So, um, a lot. I do a lot. It is. I first of all, I start before the mediation. The typical mediation day starts. I get memorandum and briefs explaining exactly what the case is about, positions, thoughts on settlement from each party. A certain amount of that information will be shared amongst the parties, but there's also confidential information. I will then develop kind of a list of questions to discuss with each attorney prior to the mediation. So I will have pre-mediation calls, usually 20 to 30 minutes per attorney. We will go through different things, including logistics, but mostly talking about the issues of the case. I will want to know about their client. I will want to know, really the personality, how I can relate to them. I mean, I take it so seriously that I figured out how to relate to a 78-year-old black woman, right? Who I probably have nothing in common with, but we figured it out. And
You tried to have something in common with her.
and I remember I got a compliment at the end. You treated me just like a mother. And it's like, that's what I'm going for, right? Trying to get that trust. So in terms of getting, I make it more, I try to separate, especially when it comes to personal injury. There's not a lot of joint session. There is some where, at the beginning, I'll bring everyone together. Maybe there's opening statements, maybe there's not. I'll give everyone my instructions to start. I try to cool the room and make it more comfortable for everyone, even if there are high emotions. And then I'll end up talking to each party individually, what's called a caucus. Um, and then at times throughout the mediation, I may bring the attorneys back together. Sometimes I'll bring the parties together, especially if it's a corporate litigation case, corporate dispute, uh, and where you might have more sophisticated parties who really know the product, who really know what the issue is. And I need to get them in the same room because I'm not always the right person to deliver the piece of information that is being shared by the other side, especially if there is a lot of emotion behind what is being shared. Well, if it's negative emotion, I will take their message, reframe it. I hope no one minds that I'm sharing my secrets here, but I hope my clients in this area don't mind me. But giving away my secrets. But
So I find if you have a trade secret, and you're trying to sell it to somebody, you have to drag them kicking and screaming, no matter how great the idea is.
yeah, right, right. So it's so I say that it's a very emotionally charged message. All right, here's our new demand, but if they don't come back with X, Y, and Z, we're walking out of here.